understand? Because they would have bamboozled him in every corner, in every realm. What's in Olori toxicology? Lẹ́ẹ̀mejì. Wọ́n nọ pé ọmọ ojú ọmọ ẹ̀, ọmọ tí ò ń ṣe ọmọ tiẹ̀, tóun dẹ̀ ní result pé kò ń ṣe ọmọ ẹ̀. They were ready to kill that man. Because how in the world do you take tissue to a non-tissue base? My dear, ní Nàìjíríà tá wà yìí, by tomorrow, by God's grace, I will show you 3 days DNA result. That was she. To that ready. Ẹ wá lọ Sokoto and travel kiri. Ẹ wá lọ Majalo Bolono Meji. Let's reason the way they were reasoning. How in the world does the court not vet what they chose? How in the world Wunmi and her lawyer and all the rigmarole can they not vet where they were going? Kati sọ pé wọ́n ṣe tissue base níbẹ̀. Ó yìí máa make a little sense pé at least wọ́n ti approve center mẹ́ta. But they don't do it. I'm a living witness. Tó bá di ọ̀la lágbára Ọlọ́run, màá fi contract arrangement Alpha Bio contracts táwa ní. Tissue base is not part of their system. Ṣé mi ò tẹ̀ wá mọ̀ pé Alpha Bio náà fẹ́ lò ní tó bá ń ṣàṣírí tó tù yìí? You know, the company that we deal with. So, anyway, Alpha Bio does not do tissue base. Lady Timoshe interview the DNA expert Timo published about 2 weeks ago. That is the company they use. And it's part of our agreement they don't do tissue base. The company that does tissue based need 30 minutes video telling you that DNA is done on the ground. And in Nigeria, the first DNA tissue based, first DNA center that does it in all of West Africa is here in your Lagos, in your Nigeria. So, the fraud has been exposed. This fraud expose, it shows all the cries that we have been crying. Something is fishy, something is smelly, judicial is not doing their job. This lady, let me use the word. This bitch knows some motherfuckers that are playing serious game, like mafia style, to go and pick DNA centers that don't do tissue, and that's where you want to take tissue. Kilo day, not be juju be this now.
Well, I think you know all of this calm, all of this shenanigans, all of this mago actually proves to me nobody follow lomo. Can nobody lomo? At lọ say Nicholas at lọ ke DNA at gbe jáde fún wa. Supreme Nkota money, but sometimes knowing is not enough. You need to show the evidence. We know this. But the evidence is now coming out. Because Nkota mi ma sọ fún gbogbo ayé ńsìn and lawyer Baba Mohbad tó bá ń gbọ́ mi, you need to vary that order. You need to allow this in the courtroom. You have to recuse that magistrate that picked a non-tissue based center. That magistrate needs to be removed. That courtroom needs to be removed. Whatever legal things you need to do to protect the integrity of this DNA, that's the document you need to be filing right now. That's the document they need to be working on right now. So that's me. I'm glad to be back on your platform, and I'm glad that. Chairman never okay. You did not want to come up. Chairman, what's okay now? I'm at Chairman, so Chairman, I'm okay.
Supreme Iron Lady. We need this war. My daughter is going to fight. They're taking my daughter to go defend the war. I think she's one of she called me that they might be calling her Bata, whatever they call their team in where she is in Texas. What do I do? What you looking? Well, Allah body the problem You see this DNA is so easy. You see what let me tell if Baba can just tell them before they conduct any DNA tissue test at all, that tissue test they want to do, they can use it to determine the age of the father and the son. They want to do this. Once they're able to determine the age through the tissue beds, it will be easy because they will do mago. I was so surprised that the wife picked London, then Lagos State again picked London. Isn't that coincidence that both of them, one of them should have picked Canada, make it in 3 countries, but both two pick England and one pick US. They know the US. Let me tell you, they pick one of the best hospital in Fairfield in Ohio, one of the teaching hospital diagnosis center. They will give them the correct one. So what will then happen to the one in London? Me, I don't trust the one in London, 100%. Thank you.
Mama, let me add to what you said. The one in London was purposely chosen. You know, London runs Nigeria. London runs Nigeria. All our criminalities came from London. Our constitution, our colonization, our fraud money, they all are resident in London. So these players, they feel that we are numbnuts and we are not going to investigate, and they are basing their belief on the fact that we'll just cry, and eventually with time we'll give up. Now, instead of the two in London, we have the best in West Africa, in Nigeria. In Nigeria, where all these things started, the variation of the order should cancel London, infuse Nigeria, and anywhere else you want to put. London will not come and do their DNA.
I will never trust Nigeria. Nigeria look like it a day.
Mama, Sherry, that's the mistake we're all making. Hold on. That's the mistake we're all making. If you don't trust Nigeria, Spain has slapped you with a toxicology that is inconclusive. The government has slapped you in America, NMS or BMMS or BBC, whatever, with a toxicology that is lule. When are you going to look inside? I'm just telling you, Nigeria has the best DNA, tissue-based DNA center in Nigeria. And they don't have to know what sample is being brought to them. So that you cannot say they bribe. Go and watch my 32 minutes investigative video. You don't, the lab, the scientists, they don't have to know where you are coming from. They have 3 scientists that will vet the result before it's published. And it's the computer that does it. I videoed it. I interviewed right where the computer is. This is the best center, the first center in West Africa. Why are we always quick to run everything abroad? Even when Jesus lands in Nigeria, they will repackage it and say, no, it was not Nigeria. It was Nigeria, London. It was Nigeria, Spain. When are we going to be proud of our own? And look, I'm a nationalist and I'm crying for Nigeria, but yet, forget how I feel. You've been slapped twice from abroad. Why are you so comfortable with abroad? Why are you so deceived that everything abroad is better than your own? Why? John F. Kennedy, who built America, or at least had a significant role in American democracy, he said, think not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. Why are you demarketing your country? Why are we demarketing Nigeria every day, in every area? The same abroad you go to, they turn your women to Olo shows.
Don't fault us. It's the system that failed Mohbad that we are so afraid of. They put themselves in that situation to be afraid of him. I'm so sorry. Don't be mad at me.
Mama, I understand that. So I understand. Look, me and you were on the same page. But I'll tell you, there is a proverb and a very philosophical language that says, do not allow your circumstances to determine who you are. Do not allow your circumstance. The fact that we've been bombarded, we've been cheated,
Payment received in OPay.
Sorry about that. I'm at work. So the fact that we have been deceived should be a learning curve for us to realize that. Imagine you have the most beautiful, well-mannered girl in Nigeria. You have a beautiful lady, well-mannered, good family, ready to marry you. But you now say, no, she's a Nigerian, you must marry an abroadan. Does that make sense? Are you not looking for peace in your marriage? Are you not looking for a good woman to be by you till you get old? But you found one, and they present one Oyibo or one Jamaican. Because you've been sold this mental slavery, which you're supposed to emancipate yourself from. And in the face of 2 results from abroad that does not make sense, we're still running to abroad. Look, I'm not saying don't do abroad. But for me, by the time we hit this gridlock, because now they know people are watching them, they will come back and do another repackaging for us. They will come back because they've been casted. If this investigation did not go through, and God bless everybody that took part in that investigation, if this investigation did not go through, you were going to get definitely another world war on DNA, because they would come back and tell you, Baba is a liar, Baba is a fraud, he wants to raise more money, he went and brought a result that is positive, when that is negative, when he knows. How can you say Baba's result? The only result that he chose is the one that is now telling us that Mohbad is not the father, but a whole court, the entire judicial system of Nigeria has chosen one that came back with positive. And Wunmi, an independent party, has given us a result that shows the baby belongs to Mo. Now what happens? Baba starts another trauma. Baba starts another running around, another section of insult, another set of donation, another legal battle. But you know what? He's not going to win that battle, because once they give you their fake result, you are stuck with it. You are stuck with it. But the God of Mohbad has revealed what we all feared. Now, what do we do? I'm saying, for me, the lawyer for Baba, you better be in your libraries right now. You better be in your library, putting up a motion to vary the order, and make sure that the judge is removed. That courtroom is changed. And of course, delay is always the game in this, is the MO in this game. Yes, you'll be delayed. Better delayed than never.
African TV, so do you think it's the judge or the person that the judge assigned to handle the case? It's Baba Mohbad
both the judge, Mama, both the judge and the person that the judge assigned, they are one and the same. If you work for me, you fuck up, it's on my head. If any of my workers go out there and do something while they're on duty, while they are signed in as working, it is the company that did it, not that worker. So if the judge, in their own infinite wisdom, could not research, check the background and the resources of the facility that the welfare whoever picked, now who are we blaming? Is it not the courtroom? Is it not the judicial system?
But is it the duty of the judge to check where they will conduct it, or the welfare that the judge handled the case to?
Mama, again, I'll give you an example. I have workers that work for me. I have trained them. I believe in their competency. Anything they do, it's on me. If they do well, it's me, my company, that did well. If they messed up, it's me, my company, that messed up. So in this case, how could a judge pick a center that is not capable? Let's look at what we know. A center that is not capable to do what you say they should do. How could a judge do that? Answer me, Mama.
You know, the judge might not know anything about the center. It's what they present to the judge that the judge.
If the judge does not know, that is the incompetency of the judge. That is the more reason the judge needs to be removed.
African TV, why are you sure it's not the state that hand that center to the judge? It might not be the judge, it might be the state that said this is where you want it to go. So what will the judge do?
Let me tell you one thing judges do. Judges pass out sentence. Okay? Let me tell you one thing judges do. They give sentence to criminals. And when they sentence you, they recommend where you are to serve your time. Whether it's with hard labor or soft labor or sleep till you come out, they know. So for a judge that is involved in DNA, child welfare, not to understand that a special case of tissue is involved. A case of, look, my dear, now what is tissue base? What is tissue base? Your hair, your teeth, your nail, maybe even some body parts. Those are tissue based. Normal DNA is just a swab. They put a swab in your mouth. That's your normal DNA. And you know what's even funny? What's even funny that is really not jiving with me is the fact that nobody's talking about why are we doing DNA in this Mohbad case? Why? I'll tell you why. To prove that Liam is related to Joseph Aloba. To prove that Liam is related to Joseph Aloba. That's the summary of this issue. Now, let me tell you scientifically what I discovered. Liam's DNA versus Baba Mohbad's DNA, they only need 25% match. They only need 25% match that this boy is connected to this man, and that can be done here in Nigeria. Fear of contamination and all that is eliminated. If you have a 25% match between Baba Mohbad and Liam, your result is done. Everybody go home. If you cannot prove 25% between these two entities, then you have an issue. Look, I'm not a lawyer. If the two lawyers from Wunmi's side, the lawyer from Wunmi's side and Baba's side, they cannot understand this basic principle, and they cannot vary this order that has been proven to be fraudulent, then we should buckle up for a very long period. Because if they had succeeded, we would enter another battle. And I tell you, the battle will probably kill Joseph Aloba, because the body, the human resistance can only take so much. And I'm saying this so that his lawyer, if he hears this, get this Sunday, get into your library, research all the things to vary this order, because you have been given Lamba. They have chosen two Lamba, which means you were sleeping, you didn't know what was happening, and if you were the one that instigated this investigation, I remove my heart for you 100 times. Because this breaks everything we've been talking about Mohbad. It breaks everything, knowing that people are deliberately perpetrating fraud. We suspect, we assume, we discuss, we analyze. Now we have evidence. This is the only substantial evidence that the public has to prove element of doubt and fraud. And let's take it, let's grab it, let's run with this.
Wow, African TV, you have spoken well. You have really spoken well, and I agree with you. I agree with you, and I think, you are right. I was thinking if Baba Mohbad focused on our own DNA and our own DNA is done correctly, then they can counter the other two. But it's going to be 2 versus 1, and you are correct. And then it will be after effect. La mama to cry and cry and cry. So I think Immunizer did a fantastic job. Fantastic job with that expose. So I'll give it to him one more time. Bringing that to the public, for the public to be aware what is going on. So I said kudos to him. So, and with the first shading, it doesn't matter if he checks Baba Mohbad's own or not. At least it's 2 versus 1. So, African TV, this is for you. I think he said that perfectly. There's a center in Nigeria right now that can actually pass up.
Supreme lady, you know Baba Mohbad on is easy to check. American, they will not lie. They will tell you the truth. You know, they said they've called Ohio, Ohio Hospital, Fairfield is a big hospital, and they have a dialysis center. You know, they will say the truth. That is why did they pick London? They should not have. They should have all pick America to let know the truth will come out.
Madam, sorry, you see, DDC. DDC in Ohio, they have centers globally. Nigeria is part of them. Alpha Bio has centers in Nigeria, and I have been dealing with a partner of Alpha Bio before this news broke. If I knew that they were using Alpha Bio, I would have reported this. But I'm glad that somebody else did it, and I was like, Alpha Bio that I work with. So tomorrow, by God's grace, I will try to bring out some of the tests that Alpha Bio does. And I even give you their prices if you deal with them directly. These things are not secret, but they make it like a big deal. You're dealing with corporations in London, in US, that have branches in Nigeria. You keep demarketing your country. You keep spoiling our name. We fight for Mohbad. Intelligent people, millionaires, bright people, lawyers, business people come out. You turned all of us into numbnuts. You turned us to nothing else kingdom because you just want to go to that acres of diamond that are already in your own backyard. You just want to find another person's diamond. And that's when you feel comfortable. Have you not been slapped twice? Have you not been given toxicology from abroad? Have you not been given toxicology twice? I thought experience is the best teacher. I thought mature people realize that experience is the best teacher. We've been scammed, we've been magma rolled, and now we want to head the same way. Talo Majie, Baba Mohbad no Majie last. Because he will start another campaign, another chapter.
Payment received in OPay.
For those of us who baby saying Ganu Solution will lay. Who for him the call you? Who share me, you share 1 million. And I don't even have to be doing anything, you know.
You are doing preparing them. Preparing some people.
No, me will share our custom, our client on table. You know, I'm even in the back room. Like I told you, I came to the back office, so I don't even know who's paying. But Supreme, the cry that I would beg everybody to cry now. Kuma adipe adai known. Sharing koti Immunizer gbejade. and the people that worked with him. It's a lifesaver. They have given Baba Mohbad a rope to hang on to life, and we must help him to hold that rope so that the evil that they planned can never hatch. And this falls on the lawyers. If the lawyers do not take this seriously and change that order and remove that magistrate, then I know that everybody, I don't hear before or even on that April 7 that they walk in with a motion. You have to walk in with an ex parte motion. Your Honor, we ask that you recuse yourself. Your Honor, we ask that you remove the welfare or whoever brought this result. And our reasons being, number one, we have been able to identify a center that cannot offer what you are asking for. What was your intention? What was your plan? To deceive us? And go to the Alpha Bio website. Bring all those evidence. Get authentication directly from Alpha Bio. Forget this social media talk. I can tell you that I know for a fact that Alpha Bio does not do tissue. I can bring you my documents to show you. Contact Alpha Bio. Go to their website, print every services they offer on their website as your evidence. Speak to their director. Speak to their director to give you either audio or document proving they don't do tissue based. Slap the court with a motion to recuse. Start all over. And if you trust my country, well, I hope they get this message to him. Unless they're all compromised. Because if you're fighting for Mohbad and you're fighting for his father, that is the only way out right now. Get rid of that judge, get rid of the two centers, let them pick another center, and me, I will give you my center. If you watch my video, I did not publish the name of the center. In my video, we did not expose the name of the center. We only showed you facility, we showed you sample taking, and by tomorrow, I'll give you the result of the sample that was done on live broadcast. If they don't have enough center, from day one, I stand gallant. We will do that issue here in Nigeria, compared to the one from Spain, compared to the one from Jandor, compared to the one from Fairfield. Nigeria has it. Do you know how many Nigerian scientists are working as we speak? Do you know how many Nigerians that are working in space center? You guys are quick to put Nigeria down because that's what the white people want you to do. Oga Ogungbe, African TV, lovers of Mohbad, we will fund the Nigerian DNA. Give us this trial compared to what you get from other places. And we will do our own life. And by God's grace, we can even get you the result in a day or 3 days. But I will push for 1 day so that there will be no, they rigged it, they did that. The camera will follow every fucking process. This is what we've been crying for. Don't let this man go through another trauma. Kílódé, ṣó máa fi gbogbo ayé ẹ̀ tó kù máa sunkún ọmọ pé ẹ ṣe test, ẹ ṣe investigation, ẹ ṣe lè. DNA, you can get the result the same day for a high-profile case like this. And at worst 3 days, ẹ wá sọ the 3 years. Ẹ sọ the 3 years. Obìnrin wo ló máa jókòó kó máa drag ọmọ ẹ̀ kó máa gbọ́ ọmọ wèrè ń ṣe life. Wèrè ń ṣe life. Ẹ̀yin ọ̀dẹ́ ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń lọ sórí live ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń comment ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń lọ panelist. Have you lost your moral senses? Is this how low Nigeria or Africans have become? Wọ́n ní èèyàn ṣe normal fún ọkọ ẹ̀ wá ń bá ṣe life. You've all turned Nigeria into a kangaroo, a nothingness kingdom. And this shit must stop. Ọmọ kékeré kan wá fún gbogbo wa ní àtàrúgbó àtàgbà. Ó wá sọ wá di nothingness. Ọ̀gá Ògúngbè, Joseph Aloba, ẹ ṣe normal o. Tẹ́ bá mọ̀ pé ẹ compromise, ẹ ṣe normal. Wọ́n ti fún yín, wọ́n ti la ojú yín. Wọ́n ti la ojú yín. If you never thought you were being frauded, now you know you're being frauded. Let the judge, let the welfare officer come and tell us why they chose a center that does not do tissue base. Let them prove it.
Ah, my goodness. That's a cow more. They have been busted this time around.
They are busted big time. You know me, this is the best news. Lord J for him, honestly, from the death of that boy.
Àwọn kan sọ fún mi lánàá pé àwọn kan ti fẹ́ hijack ẹ̀. Báwo làwọn ní?
Ọ̀nà wọn ní kí ni wọ́n ní?
Àwọn làwọn kọ́kọ́ ṣe, àwọn làwọn kọ́kọ́ sọ.
It doesn't matter who saw. If it doesn't matter, ìwọ tó sọ, thank you. Ìwọ tó sọ, thank you. Mohbad, thank you pé o jẹ́ kí fùrọ̀ wọn kó máa ṣí. Afẹ́fẹ́ ti fẹ́ àti rí fùrọ̀ adìyẹ. Thank you Mohbad, ó sùn. Tí bàbá Mohbad ò bá take advantage of this opportunity, màá mọ̀ pé ejò lọ́wọ́ nú. If you don't, àwọn tó máa come back for you, maybe they will hang you on the streets. You better fight this one, fight it well, because you have the strongest evidence now.
Mr. Vigo contributed there. BB no Mr. Vigo contributed there.
Baby, you no go talk. Why you come up if you no want talk?
Real busy.
Baby, ni only Vego.
Baby ni Vego mumu. TB Kenny.
Bóyá kò tí lè sọ̀rọ̀. Bring people up now, because this is the best thing we've had on J4M. Bring people up. Let's analyze it.
Where is Mr. The Sniper? I saw you there. Come up. You want to? People are tired.
I thought Aduka was here before I came up.
The guy was here. He came to put me through one thing. I don't know. Yeah, let me see.
Wọ́n máa fi ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ ní platform àwọn olórí burúkú yẹn. Wọ́n ní kò tí mọ ibi tí clapper wà látijọ́ ẹ̀. Mo ní everybody ló fi TikTok ń ṣayé ni. You know, I was just saying that in my mind. You were laughing when you were saying, how do I clap? Kìnìkan.
Olóyìnbí ni wọ́n.
Àwọn tó ní nǹkan ṣe.
Àwọn aláìní iṣẹ́. Ibi tó ti ń jẹ tó ti ń mu nìyẹn. Ayọ̀ wọn ní TikTok. Èmi láyọ̀ ayọ̀ wọn ní TikTok. Gbogbo ẹ̀ náà mọ̀ mí mọ́ ṣe. Wọ́n tún fi yẹn búyàn. Ó yá ọ, everybody come and talk. CEO, Abest, come and talk. Ta ló fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ wọn ní sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n bá ti dẹ́yìn wọn kí lè sọ̀rọ̀ lórí platform wọ́n bá ti wá dẹ́yìn wọ́n lọ máa ṣe she's a mole.
Lady Harris, I wish I can contribute, but my background is very noisy. You know, we just finished watching Man U Aston Villa match. African television, respect.
You know, that is his area of specialization, so that is his expertise. So he really nailed that one really well. So I give it to him real good.
I won't say scientist is sọnù. Scientist is sọnù.
But ní scientist kankan mọ̀. Lisbon sọ pé gbogbo ẹ̀ ti fọ́ká kó ti di biology. Ọ̀rọ̀ kó àdùnmọ̀tẹ̀ náà sọ́ńbẹ̀sì.
Bàtí wọn gẹ́ta ara wọn láti bẹ̀rẹ̀.
So Lisbon said now we need a chemistry lab and
Supreme, when you finish, when you have time, my video is 32 minutes or 34 minutes long. You will get real facts of all the games these guys are playing us. Just take your time, study it. You will meet real scientists, Nigerian scientists. Sorry, lab yẹn, tó bá sọ fún mi pé America ló wà, màá believe it. A completely clean, decent set of... Those guys even refused to shake my hand because of contamination. We were in the lab. After they've given me explanation, they'll take 96 samples, put it together. One of them is a positive sample. Another one is a negative sample. They do this check and balance to make sure that if the system fails, show me what you think positive or the negative between your positive and negative and the one that you're trying to identify, you would come to know if there is a contamination. And this thing goes through 3 real scientists, not talkative scientists, though. Real Nigerian black men like me, scientists, doing DNA on the ground in Nigeria. And the day that we went for this documentary, on that day, 3 results came back negative for 1 man, 3 children.
No.
3 children do not belong to the man.
Yay!
That same day, the result here, Daddy.
Báwo ló ṣe máa ṣe tiẹ̀ báyìí o?
Look. Every
man in justice for mobile should go and do DNA test for their children now. Learn from this. Go and do DNA of your kids. Learn from this.
Supreme, may I tell you where we they take them from AFTV? The doctor, the scientist has encouraged us. This has been in my mind, and he has encouraged us to approach House of Assembly. We're going to have a conference of experts, doctors, lawyers, House of Assembly. We're going to have a debate if we should pass a bill. Before they name a baby, the baby must first have a DNA certificate.
Correct.
Do you know that in your own country, Supreme, in your own country, Nigeria,
in my own country, Nigeria. I second this. I think
Supreme, in Nigeria, once the baby is past 8 weeks, they can do a test. And test whatever they take inside the belly of the woman, this sample, compared to the man or whatever. And they will tell you if this baby belongs to who you claim to be the father. If the baby is going to be autistic, if the baby is autistic or the baby is going to come out deformed, they can do the test in Nigeria to tell you, question mark there. So you know how to prepare. And this is in Nigeria.
Yeah, I mean, they can be using the amniotic fluid to do all this DNA testing and stuff like that. Me, I second this. That
you don't abroad because you don't are very critical. Show me one more time. You know, Dondiriano yen. Koto B. What is determining what repair? Dondiriano new. Either you abort or you prepare for what is coming. That technology is here in Nigeria. You know, autistic child, you know, because they didn't prepare, they didn't know, they just take everything out. Along the phone, a lot more, thank God, you know. To bad the autistic or whatever. I blame Momolomo. Or come I blame ya, but I blame ya, be ya, Olotiwa, I be your Colotiwa, they were in family. The science is there.
But African TV, you know those things that you said, most of it come from the men. That strong gene, most of it is from the men gene.
Mama, I no go agree. Mama, I no go agree unless you show me the scientific results.
Evidence based. I don't think that
it's not evidence based, Mama. Me, I no go agree that one. You know, I want to think about ọkùnrin jẹ́ nìyẹn.
No.
You
know, I don't want to say too much, but I was told by the doctor that most of the gene is from whatever that is from the men.
Investigation. Investigation.
Yes, do it.
Cash investigation autistic and abnormal birth comes from the men.
No,
I don't agree. I think
do a serious research on it. Yes, support it.
TB Kenny, I will even think a bit CF Kenny. How much is TB Kenny? Got my feel, to be honest with you, I think no. Now I think in the so I stand to be corrected. You know, it depends on the woman. Okay, drug, alcohol, and the lifestyle of the mother during pregnancy contributes majorly to all this
those ones are different. I won't be to more, but the normal one is what I'm talking about. You know, they diagnose them on a different. Autistic, it doesn't have. You don't have to smoke or drink. Come on, you're Tony now.
I don't know.
And it's it can be on those. I mean, look at to more disform most I want to buy multi, but when it comes to
Mubo. Yeah, very nothing premature, igbomimu, drug, alcohol. I want to my family and can't be Mayor 25 with premium. Most of that's premature. Is it's in the gene, hereditary. You mean autism is in the hereditary? Okay. Me, my power hereditary.
And it was hereditary, yeah. You see, this topic is not something one can just pick sides. You need scientific-based evidence. You meeting on family to help autism kò sí nínú family tree wọn. All of a sudden akọrí pé wọ́n gbé ọmọ kan jáde tí ò ṣe mo gbé bàbá Mohbad náà sọ pé akẹtọnu family wa.
No, but you see, African TV, we assume pé kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ because research to Tony Egoni, because we don't normally check for what is the baba there, what does it. Èèyàn tó yá wèrè ó wà nínú ilé ẹlòmíì tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n mọ̀ a lot of it ó wà registry tó jẹ́ pé.
hold on mama, are you saying pé no are you saying pé kíyàn yá wèrè ó tún wà nínú family.
àwọn ẹlòmíì wọ́n ní nínú family wọn.
Come on. Because
America, one beneath clear by near to what diabetic and to one.
Maybe I don't know. Not madness. Maybe because how do you really walk forward?
First time to go ahead, we is in the family.
But it could be because of our own,
no, Titi Wumi behavioral pattern. Èèyàn ṣe wèrè pé kó tún rẹ̀ sí òun lójú títì là ń sọ. Wèrè tó tún rẹ̀ sójú títì là ń sọ kò ṣe wèrè tó fi kóun gbọ́dọ̀ gbogbo ayé lọ. Madam, mo máa ṣe investigation yẹn torí yín o. Mo máa ṣe investigation yẹn pé
I'm interested. Do it.
Yeah. Follow me so that when I publish it, you see it. Autism, is it Is it by women or by men? The gene. Wọ́n ti ní mo ti fẹ́ da lérú Nàìjíríà eléyìí bá tún gbé jáde sí wọ́n ní mo fẹ́ da lérú wọ́n ti fún mi lórúkọ pé wọ́n ní mo fẹ́ da lérú torí DNA tí free DNA tá à ń ṣe fún àwọn èèyàn wọ́n ní mo fẹ́ kọ́.
Èmi like it, no? I like the idea, to be honest with you. Àwọn èèyàn ti. Wọ́n ní kó máa ṣe DNA fún.
Amagbede House of Assembly. With these doctors behind us, professional seminar with the House of Assembly, can't debate whether we pass the bill or not. Krakoti is the first country in Africa.
Well, AI said that yes, autism is highly genetic.
It's inherited.
Yeah, autism is highly genetic, according to AI.
You ask now, genetics from man or woman?
Oh, okay, hold on.
Yeah, you can ask the same question.
Indicating that inherited factors account for approximately 80% of the risk for autism spectrum disorder. It is not caused by a single gene, but rather by the combined impact of multiple genes, where mutation and environmental factors influencing brain development. Oh, yeah.
No, ask a direct question. Is it mostly from the mother side or father side? Is it created by mother's gene or father's gene?
Let me move this type. Let me move my daddy. Okay, who carries the autism gene, mother or father? Is autism genetic from mother or father? Answer: autism can be inherited from either parent, as it often involves a combination of genetic factors. No single parent is solely responsible, and it typically results from complex interactions of genes from both sides.
Complex interaction of genes from both sides. Mm-hmm. So we don't have AI. We have an inconclusive result. Inconclusive result. Area. Ẹjọ́ ẹ bá wa pariwo pé kán ṣe DNA ní Nigeria or tissue is here in Nigeria. We don't need to go to Sokoto because it is in the Sokoto.
Ẹ̀yin ò ṣe báwọn ṣe dá sọ̀rọ̀ DNA yẹn.
Èmi ò mọ̀ ìgbà tó ń ṣe, mi ò mọ̀ wọn tó ń ṣe, but I'm happy with the result. The investigation. The only way to make it that see.
What is your area expertise is supposed to be involved in it?
The only way to make that see is slowing them down and make sure that they do the right legal procedure to counter the alleged upcoming fraud. Sherry Bashen pariwo yìí, wọ́n lè má take wa serious. Kọ́ dẹ̀ continue. And that's the plan I think the other side is working on. So Baba Mohbad àti lawyer normal wa calm down sí pé ẹ wá àṣà lè ṣe lẹ́yìn Nàìjíríà wọn àti report fún wa ní fàbọ̀ méjì. Now wọ́n máa apply law to slow the judge, remove the judge and go to another neutral ground where everything can be verified before they even start picking.
Chairman Emaboloke, you are contributing down there. Just come up and talk.
Chairman, boss, okay now. You better so dada lano. Kilo usafu.
Ala usafara.
So dada lano. I went to sleep talking to chairman. After chairman, I went to sleep. He was live yesterday.
Emeritus.
Abijeta Denny. Chairman, they don't scare you. They don't scare you.
Minimum scare chairman, Chairman, my paddy. Yes, not willingly, not genetic, not willingly genetic. Anyway,
let me, this lady, this person, let me be something number 1225 Kinikon. Did they not do your toxicology abroad? Did you get a conclusive result? Let's be guided when we speak and when we demarcate Nigeria. Stop it. The lab in Nigeria on a high profile case like this, do you know how much millions they make? Do you know how many families they save? You think you can buy them off? The process does not even allow you to bribe anybody in DNA because the people testing the DNA do not know what samples are coming in. You cannot bribe because you take sample, you drop it, they don't know who and what sample you're bringing. And they run it through the computer, and the computer gives it a sequential code. So stop demarketing Nigeria, for God's sake. For God's sake. You're speaking things you don't know. Initially, it was DNA cannot be done in Nigeria. DNA cannot be done. I had a very intense argument with one person, I don't even remember the name, a while back. It was an aristocrat who went and Googled it and said, yes, DNA can be done on the ground in Nigeria. This guy won the argument the way he was talking to me. Me knowing what I know, I felt inferior to his voice, to his dominion, to his conviction. I felt like, aristocrat went, Googled it, came back and said, yes, DNA can be done in Nigeria. That was when I said, thank God. Some people come up here, they talk so bodaciously, so convincing. They use either low tone, high tone, bodacious tone to deceive you. You're saying it will be contaminated or it will not be, the result will not be fair. Do you even know what lab is going to? Do you know how the process is collected? You don't know. Three scientists have to vet the result. That means you have to bribe three scientists. That means.
Can I have this question, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Assuming that they don't assuming the way they want to go before, and they did it, two of them said inconclusive. What would be the?
Will I give a lab in Abuja that can do tissue?
You understand? Because from the way they were going, it becoming so what will be the situation if the result coming conclusive? Is it?
Let me tell you, I will repeat what Supreme and I already discussed.
It's not inconclusive result in DNA. It's inconclusive result. Is that positive or negative?
No. Ngoti madam so Supreme. Kaniti baba o proof pé negatively amon ṣe ẹbí baba. Then ti Wunmi àti court wá jáde pé Mohbad ló lọ́mọ. That is what she meant by the inconclusive. So now what would happen in that case, Mama? Ẹ máa gbọ́ tèmi o. What would happen in that case is Baba Mohbad ó máa máa bá wọn jà pé irọ́ ni. It starts another trauma, another war for the Joseph Aloba camp. Then the Wunmi camp will be bodaciously saying, Shoto, Mama Tonti Baba. Baba will now have to start another.
How can two people say positive and his own self negative? That it was tampered with. Mama two-step,
Mama two-step, go for joking. Where will not show Joro? One máa sọ àwọn tó máa fẹ́ sọ̀kò lu bàbá ẹ̀ ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́ ẹ̀pọ̀ people wọ́n mọ̀ mobilize àwọn èèyàn gan. wọ́n máa mobilize pé bàbá ẹ̀ onírọ́ ni ó lè ní àwọn tó wá láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní.
ẹ lọ bá kékeré àmọ́ ṣé mo bá wà lórí platform mo bá ìwọ̀n tó ṣe kú tó yá ẹ̀yin ọmọ ogun ẹ̀gìdì ẹ lọ dábẹ̀ fún bá wèrè ní wọn. Wọn ò ní iṣẹ́ tó ń gbà rí wọn ò ní iṣẹ́.
That means all the blogger and the newspaper will carry the other two and
the other two náà máa wá gbé jáde wọn dẹ̀ nímọ̀ ẹ pé listen mama the worst part of it is there would have been no test done. Ṣé ẹ gbọ́ mi because they don't do tissue base.
Immunizer, God bless you for that job, man. God bless you. God bless you. Executive Chairman contribute. Chairman, welcome on board. Happy New Year. Saint One, how are you? Chairman, on mute, so Happy New Year.
Anyway, Happy New Year, everybody.
Chairman, the many contribute.
Má pè mí mọ́ra. Mi ò mọ bó ṣe ń.
Chairman ti gbogbo ayé.
Èmi ò mọ bó ṣe ń fi ìtọ́ dúdú sínú ọkọ̀ jáde. Ibi débi dẹ̀ burú sí nìyẹn. I really. Anyway, lẹ́jọ́ fi ẹ́ sílẹ̀. Adúpẹ́ Ọlọ́run ti ṣọ́ wa wọnú ọdún tuntun, so let's forget about the past. We have a very better life ahead of us. All right, African TV. I'm sure we have discussed extensively yesterday on this matter. Okay, and initially I don't want to put my mouth in all of these DNA matter. But because of the nationalistic and patriotic way that I am, when I see something going wrong, I don't need anybody. I don't even need to talk to anybody before I do what I want to do. I'll just do it. I don't wait for people. And if that will always be my contribution to nation building, fine. I will always do it. Okay. So African TV, I will still wait on our agreement. Okay, as we discussed yesterday, number one, I want to know, or part of the things we will need to find out is, before the court picked Alpha Biolab and the genetic that he picked for himself, did the court conduct a due diligence to find out that these two offices or these two centers can successfully conduct a tissue-based DNA? We need to get that answer. And if the court is found wanting not to have done that due diligence, that the court, you have a problem in your hand. Whoever the judge is, I don't know the judge's name. This is where I'm going to have a problem with you as a judge. We will take it up. I just want to be sure that you did your due diligence before picking any of the centers.
And that's why they need a radical.
Okay, so African TV will stand on that, and that has to be done ASAP. This is Nigeria. Nobody is more Nigerian than anybody. President Tinubu is no more Nigerian than me, or me more Nigerian than a judge. We are all contributors to Nigerian projects. So if a judge will sit on his bench and did not that's why you have your research department. That's why you have everything at your disposal to ensure that whatever the judgment you are given or seems given is foolproof. So we need to find out if that judge conducted his due diligence before picking those two centers. Because if you approve of a center that cannot do a tissue-based, and you want to compare with a center's result that does a tissue-based, at the end of the day, you now come with some inconclusive or whatever it is, because by the time it's 2/1, of course, we've set Ohio for problem. So this is something that we need to, first of all, clear out. African TV, we discussed all of these things yesterday.
I didn't know that you guys discussed yesterday.
Justice must be seen to be rightfully done. And that's why Judge does not have eyes. Justice have no eyes. He cannot see. He cannot hear. He cannot see. He cannot hear. So you have hit it on the nail, Ogungbe or whoever it is. Anyway, from what I think Ogungbe have responded with affidavit of facts. I think he has filed it to pick holes. I start to be corrected if maybe, but I saw it. I think I saw it on the Monanza affidavit of fact by Ogungbe to puncture holes in the DNA centers. That even the judge himself, they are picking somewhere that does not. Don't let me talk too much before I spill everything out on camera, on live program. So we need to get this thing sorted out, African TV. They have a sitting April 7, I think. April 7.
Let me see. You said on the news that Ogungbe responded. Let me see.
He showed one affidavit of fact from Ogungbe.
Let me see.
I think it's an affidavit to counter the hospital's pit.
No, I can't find it. I'm going to speak.
No, you have to listen. You have to listen to his video. So this is not just about Baba Mohbad or Anoba. No. It's about the sanctity of our sovereignty. It's about the sanctity of our justice system. It's not about anybody, you know. But when we see that this thing is wrong, and then it is wrong, it is wrong.
Oh, is it the one you reposted?
Yes.
You have seen that one.
Chairman, sorry, from the look of it, do you think the judge did a mistake? I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying, that we need to find out. We cannot conclude here. That's why we want to ask the judge. African TV, that's what we agreed on. We need to ask the judge to give us They started recording. Okay, we need to ask the judge to give us why did he choose this land?
Another thing, Chairman, you know, Baba Mohbad picked 3 places. Me picked 3 places. I think it would be best for us to know all the 3 places that they pick. Maybe the judge just pick one, because I heard Baba pick 1 London. Wumi pick 2 London and 1 other place. We need to know where the judge picked the one that they pick from. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That yes, we cannot just, but we need to ask. The judge needs to spell out his methodology. How did you arrive at that one? Even the one that you picked for Baba, how did you arrive at that? Or you just rely that okay, you do mini. I mean, how do they do that thing in Yoruba? Mini, is that what you did as a judge? Is that what you did to just say I did this one? Hey, come on, man.
Mini, money more.
Come on.
Mini, money more.
And apart from that, if we find out that any of the parties submitted a center that cannot do a DNA tissue base, then that party should be in trouble. Why would you submit a center that can do a DNA since you have agreed and you have agreed in the court that it is tissue based? So also all the 3 centers that you are submitting must be able to do a tissue based. All the 3 centers.
Let me tell you, my joy in this is that Joseph Aloba picked a center that can do tissue based. That's my joy.
That means they did their job. They were
the ones that requested tissue now. They were the ones, so you have to give them credit for at least perfecting their process.
Of course. You can clap for that. You can clap. Yes, they did their job well. And I'm sure the 3 they presented will be tricky.
So
that have a lot of diagnosis center. They do a lot of things there, TC scan, brain hemorrhage and everything. I think that is because that is where Baba picked that one. It's in Ohio. One of the teaching hospital for University of Ohio is the hospital Baba picked. I think they did their research very well to let them know they did a lot over there. That is why they picked that place.
Is it Baba Uba that picked Ohio or OMOWUMMI?
He's the judge. Oh, sorry. They submitted 3 names or 1. Let us know. Did they submit 3 names, 3 centers, and the judge picked 1, or they only submitted 1?
Yeah, Baba was. I think Ohio was one of the ones that Baba picked for America.
So that which is Mr. Aloba submitted 3 centers, right?
I don't know. I wasn't following the DNA.
This is how it went, guys. They all gave 3 names, and the judge picked 1 from each group. So Baba naturally would have picked 3 centers for tissue because he is the one looking for tissue. Now, the other people, maybe deliberately, they tried to scam us by picking non-tissue based centers. Maybe intentionally they did it, or purposely to deceive. They picked centers that cannot offer what is required. So in all of this, the public need only one thing. Make sure you support the legal team of Ogumbe to recuse that judge, because whether the judge did due diligence or not, the judge has proven to be inefficient, very, very incompetent and inefficient in rendering a good service to the judiciary on this matter. So if I'm the lawyer of Baba, and if I'm a supporter of Baba, what I'll be crying for now is to make sure that these people do not escape the judgment that is coming for this. I'm looking for the language so that they won't say that I'm alleging fraud. But the fact is that it smells like fraud. It smells inefficient, non-resourceful, and not judicial to what we want. So, Ogumbe, your job now, sir, is make sure that you prepare them to explain why they pick these centers. And if the explanation is foul, which I think is, remove that judge, remove the welfare officer, and put 10 torchlights on Wunmi and our lawyers. Put 10, if you're using 3 torchlights, borrow 10 from us, the public, so that we can see wherever they breach, whatever they do concerning this DNA. Because at this point, we are not allowing any mistake. We're not going to come and start fighting from behind again. Even we cannot fight from behind if I thought they succeeded. Because what were they going to do? What were they going to do? You were going to come back and tell us this is the result, while really nothing was tested. While no tissue was submitted to nobody there. So you were going to collect the samples, tissue, and you were going to keep it somewhere and just give us a result that was not tested. So, Mr. Ogumbe, if you know fit do am, reach out to people they gallant we go support you to fight in this fight.
I even suggest that this report is
Kilo shares, your audio
this is a report that should be on the front page. This is a report that should be on the front page of National Dailies on Monday morning.
God bless you. Ekpe CNN, Ekpe LTV8, Ekpe AIT. Chefeki Losa Rise ni Makpada Losa Rise o. Kafon Touchlight. pressure. Pressure. But listen, before we do all this, let Ogumbe get direct contact and confirmation from those centers. The George Center, the Alpha Bio. Let us have official release. Everybody go to their website. The 3 names are on that immunizer show. You can screenshot them. He published the names of the 3 centers. Let everybody go to their website, print their services that they offer. Those who can call. Get audio recording, get documentary evidence that they don't do tissue-based. Immunizer has his own. Get your own. Ogumbe, get your own. Me, I have my own on Alpha Bio. I don't need to do that because I already work with associates of Alpha Bio and I know they don't do tissue-based. So we need all this evidence. Let's go to the media. Let's tell them what the lawyers of Wunmi picked. Let's tell them what the courthouse picked. Let the media, CNN, BBC, AIT, NTA, AFTV, that is the only way to fall their hand. Don't go to sleep on this.
So are you saying that we should go media houses right now and blow it up?
We need to tell the story. We need to touch light on this. Media houses should know that we that have been fighting, that smell fraud and foul, that we are not numbnuts. We have our reasons. And now we have the best evidence so far. As a matter of fact, tomorrow I'm calling Arise tomorrow so that if they give me room, I will go and shout them.
You go, Shango.
No, Arise niye. Kelo mi mu BBC, kelo mi mu NTA, kelo mi mu AIT. Ẹ jẹ́ ká pariwo. So that one more the community of J4M, we are not numbnuts. But of course, we have a few Dondiranos who will shout in their toilet and never go and do any investigation. How do you feel that Immunizer and his team brought this evidence out? And you will continue to sit on blockhouse and talk rubbish every day. And what infiltrate you are?
I'm not worried. If you want Nigeria, I'm not worried. No. Oh, God.
Be like death of Mohbad, alleged fraud on DNA uncovered. Alleged fraud on DNA uncovered. Baba baby.
Baba baby. Aristocrats, what do they want to go? Immunizer said that the centers that were chosen they don't do tissue-based DNA. So why did they choose them? Aristocrats, I don't know. So, I guess we're good. African TV chairman, everybody, I've done very well. I mean, that's for chairman meeting. I no request. Someone is requesting. Aristocrat is requesting.
Everybody. Me, I want to ask a quick question. I'm trying to get a sense. Number one, me, I'm not interested in DNA matter. I see it as a family matter. It's not a public matter, so I'm not following it. But I'm just trying to get the sense of what is being said. Who did the investigation? In the first place, who submitted the list? Who submitted the list? If, for example, I'm asking for 1, 2, 3 things, and the both parties were the one that submitted the list, it means the both parties don't want something done in the first place. So who submitted the list?
I think
What was the procedure? Do we understand the court procedure of those who vetted this, whatever they want to do, and now the court finally closed them? Because court always have procedure in the family court. So yeah, I'm just trying to get a sense.
I'm not, let me brief you a little bit. I'm not interested in their DNA whatsoever also, but my thing is, I think they said Immunizer came up with something yesterday that the centers that were submitted by WUMMI and the court, they don't do tissue DNA. That's the only one I'm interested in, that they don't do tissue DNA. So why would they submit such a center if they don't do it, if the research and the report was accurate? So that...
Okay, then I think this is the first thing we need to do. I think Immunizer is a blogger. Number one, he alleges things. Before...
Well, he shows documents too. Hold on, sir. He shows documents between correspondence between them, somebody and the centers. Yes. He shows correspondence. Go ahead.
What me I want to say is this. I'm pardon me, I'm just trying to get a sense of the talk. Number one, the influencers that came with this fact. If anybody comes with anything to social media first, before people that have integrity get involved, they too need to do their due diligence, even before you talk about it. Because anybody can bring anything on social media. And anyone can hide under the doctrine of allege. But allege can also be inferred to be a defamation. Because before you come out to allege anything, you should have done your due diligence. You should know. Open your lole. Tẹ́ni ẹ bá wá prove pé òun ò ṣolè ṣé wàá ní pé má bínú nígbà tó borúkọ ẹ̀ jẹ́. Ìyẹn ò lè ṣẹlẹ̀. So for me, if anyone now wants to get into it, we need to ask some inherent questions, some basic questions. Number one, this list of centers, who submitted them to the court? When these people wrote affidavits to the court and makes requests from the family court, because it's a family court, it's a magistrate court, and they asked questions and they said, we want this, and we will give you centers that we want you to do it in. Which means the list of those centers did not emanate from the court. They submitted to the court, number one. Number two, court is not Ministry of Health. In a family court, anything that has to do with testing, anything medical, they will refer it to the Department of Health that handle this thing. That Department of Health will go and do it because they have the procedure. If in the process of that Department of Health that we do all those things, if they don't do it, then if anyone has issue in the parties now that are in court, they need to go through their lawyers and, come up with it and take it to the court. That this is wrong. Then we see what the court will do. That is my humble opinion. Because at the end of the day, this is not a criminal matter. It's a family matter. And since it's a family matter, it has its procedure. Court
has a procedure. Court does not have DNA centers. Court will only, when you have list, we tell the department, interdepartmental relationship, verify this thing, because at the end of the day, the child welfare, which is under health, will be the one to supervise this DNA thing. It's their department. So where has something dropped? What has the complainant done so far? Have they written to the court to share their sentiments regarding? If they have not, what will the public? It is not, the public is an interloper in this matter. It's an interloper, clearly, because it's between the family. Now, since they and the public have heard one of them, maybe the immunizer, the immunization, whoever that person is, have done a yeoman's job by doing a simple deep search. Let the legal team of one of the parties that feel cheated take it up. The public can back that legal team, back them. But the public cannot get involved. They will throw you out.
Saying though, that is
not a public matter.
We are saying African. That is what Africans. That is all what we are saying. Okay, me, I came from the angle that some people were chastising or castigating the guy that he's biased. Why did he not do the one for Baba Mohbad? That is the angle I came in. Mr. Richie, you are welcome. Come.
Yes.
Some people
whatever he wants to do.
Some people cannot just signboard and be pointing this way to, without lifting a finger or
yes, thank you very much.
Without lifting up from their protocol. They just like this way to.
Whatever the guy has done.
That is
whatever the guy has
where I'm coming from.
And I think what he has done. If what he has done. Yes. Whatever the guy has done is because he have interest. Yes. Now, what he has done. Thank you very much. Let the people taking in concern, which is either of the two parties, that feel nígbà tí ẹ fẹ́ ṣe tissue base, ẹ wá lọ kó àti saliva nìkan làwọn lè specialize. Why bringing it? If there is an agreement from the court, it means they don't really want to get it done.
Well,
now,
this is the piece you are missing now. The other piece Richie, come up, Richie. The other piece you are missing is that even the center, the government picked, don't do it. Okay, that is
then that center, is it a Nigerian center?
No, UK based.
Then I believe, even before we talk about it, when the court came with their own, what did the lawyer to the two party? What did they do?
I think that is the lawyer to investigate now. That is, they went.
No problem.
So what she said, so by the time they go back on April 7th, to tell them now that, hey, these centers, they don't do tissue based. Why did the court choose this and then we choose this?
Mama, no matter then. Let the lawyer do what he should do. The public should just be waiting for what they want to say. Because I believe if the lawyer was the one that commissioned the investigation based on his own suspicion, then he knows the procedure. Even if the court has heard, there is a procedural system that you will follow. You don't go to the public to say it. You go through the ranks. You will write your document where it is, and you probably say, I don't want this judge there if it is finally established, and if there are errors, and you have to instill what is right. But if it is the lawyer that did this, it means he's on his feet. If he's on his feet, he will wait and see what they come out with.
The public is saying right now,
see what they come out with.
Fold our hands and then, because I was even saying, why focus on them? We should just make sure our own is done correctly. But the thing African TV said, which I agree with him, is if Baba comes with a negative and me and the court comes with positive, people will be saying, Baba tamper with his own, Baba tamper with his own. That is why right now, from the get-go, they want to loud it that, okay, why did they choose centers that don't use tissue? But they have...
Say our attack nípa DNA Charlie Ganu say.
It's all right then. Wait, Africa TV. Africa TV, just wait. Now that I get the full sense of it, it's all right. If people feel the court have not acted right, I think through the instrument of raising suspicion and coming out to say this is not right, I think they can follow suit. The lawyer also knows how to follow it. They should follow it. At the end of the day, it is simply to say, before you go and pay to laboratory to do the test, before you come with the results, if you have identified errors, it is good that you blow the whistle now. So that it won't be, we've done it, what else do you want us to do? Even before they do it, exactly. If any of the parties have found error, let them go out and go through the process and highlight it.
Yeah, African TV said he's taking it upon himself to go to Arise News tomorrow. We want to today, want to say inconclusive anyway. Because Wumi and the government took a center that don't accept tissue-based DNA. So I think we are just.
It's good. Yeah. No, Allah, it's good.
You know, Aristotle, good afternoon. In FIFA or UEFA, in a game of football, why do you think teams are required, managers of every team are required to submit your 11 players 2 hours before the game starts? You are required to submit that list to the organizing body. Why? So that your opponent can look into the list and see who is eligible, who is not eligible, to see that yes, you are submitting the right caliber of players for this game. Look at Mechi, to play game. Is it in the list? That's what your opponent. So the law says you should submit it 2 hours before the time. So, and the same thing is playing out here. You have submitted the names of your centers. It's for both parties to look into the one who will submit, the one who will submit. Okay? So for people that have requested from this lab to find out, shaking do you do this? And they say, and they reported and said, no, we do not carry out this service. I think it's a plus on the side of those people that make that investigation to ensure that there is no hanky-panky anywhere. Okay? So, African TV, we discussed that yesterday. This has to be publicized. This has to be made known to the judge. The judge, we are error on our own part. Let me cut a slack a little bit to look into this and say, oh, okay, let me check another center. Let me check another one. Let me pick another one. So, if at this point now, I would have loved if all the centers that were submitted to the court can be made public. The 3 from Aloba, the 3 from Muni, made everything public. Let every public do their due diligence to ensure that, yes, all of these centers can perform a tissue-based examination before they can go ahead on this. And I know Gumbe will do a good job. Let's see what will happen.
Emeritus. Yes. Emeritus, with what you've said, making it public, I don't think the court will do that because this is a family matter. I think those who will use the public should be, the way it is, the way we are talking, should be immunization is supporting Baba Mohbad. Baba Mohbad's lawyer can go ahead, because we don't make it public for you, can go ahead and make it public that these are the centers and we are calling on people. They will be the one to do that because court will see it as a family matter. It's not a public matter. Now, if then so decides to do that, it will be on them. And if they feel so strong about it, they will table it. And for me, this thing will still will still come to and rest upon the predication that there is a suspicion. These people went to the judge demanding for tissue-based test. It then suffices that if you are going to bring a laboratory, you must be a laboratory that gives such services. Exactly. If the court, in his wisdom, agreed with them, and even the court itself did not come with a laboratory that is doing tissue-based, then there is a question mark.
There's a question mark.
There is a question mark. So the lawyer should follow the legal procedure to do it. While you might want to come to the public opinion court to also raise it, he can do that, but court will not grant that. He can do that. For me, I just feel at this stage that all these matters are, whatever people want to do relating to Mubasky should be done from a place of understanding, from a place of experience, and from a place of strategic influence, where whatever you do will strategically give you the answers you are going to need. It is not about publicity or feferity or fracas. You want to get an answer, work with this strategy so that you will put the authority in a position that they have no option that will grant you your wish. You are not dragging them for anything, but you are telling them what they've done is bad, and this is what it is. Let them come. In the courtroom, they will show you.
These are issue-based analysis, analytical reasoning.
Yes.
So it's not about
issue-based.
It's not about
sentiment.
No sentiment. Exactly.
It is no sentiment.
It's
no sentiment. Our bear, I think ojú ọ̀tún ni ò dá o. Àlẹ̀wà bẹ́ẹ̀ anáwọ̀ tó mojú ọ̀tún ṣe ni kọ́ bá wa treat ẹ̀. Ó wá fún wa ní ẹni tó tójú ṣe tó jẹ́ wípé kò tẹ̀ mojú ṣe. Ẹni tó ń ṣojú ló wá gbé fún mi. Irú adájọ́ wo ni ẹ? So for me, these are things, and these are things that will even help further in a criminal case. If based on this family matter, the court is not doing what is because people should not be doubting the court in the real sense of it. The court should go through a due diligence.
I beg you. Make una clap for aristocrat.
No,
Aristocrat just connected the criminal part. He says these are the things that will help in the criminal case.
The day you begin to question courts in a sovereign country, why not don't start it? Why not don't start? And that is what we are discussing.
Chairman, I need to clarify some facts for aristocrat. I need to clarify some of these issues. The reason we are all in J4M, or we are crying for Mohbad if you are not in J4M, is because we smell foul, we suspect something is not clear, something illegal might have been committed. And all of us are right in our fears because that's our opinion. But we are not able to prove anything because we were not there. Remember, I said we are not able to prove anything because we were not there. But because there's something called I am my brother's keeper, we've all expended time, money, resources, emotion to champion this movement, which has not and will not die. In the course of championing this movement, there is one thing salient upon the hearts of every man, woman, Nigerian, African, American, Chinese. The element of doubt, the fear that fraud, crime was committed. Now, so far, we have not been able to lay our hands as a public on any cogent evidence that we can use to support
our fears. All we've got so far is hearsay, hearsay. I think, you think, I heard, you heard. But now we have a clear and present evidence. And what is that evidence? The fact that the justice system appointed a DNA center that cannot carry out the evidence that we are looking for. Call it negligence, call it what other language? Let it be intentional or unintentional, any way you want to look at it. For a courthouse to appoint a center that cannot, it's like you sending a criminal to prison. This person has been found guilty of murder or rape, and you sentence that person, and you don't hand that person over to the what do you call this, custodians of a prison guards. You don't hand the criminal to them, but you sentence the criminal to 20, 30 years. And you just let the criminal walk out of the courtroom. I beg, where is he going to do that crime? Where is he going to be rehabilitated? That's how deep the negligence, unprofessionalism of this case has turned out. Now, Aristocrat kept asking who picked the centers, who picked the centers. Let's go back to the background. They were asked to present 3 centers each. They were to be vetted by the court. Vetting means check them out, approve them, and out of the 3, which would be 6 submitted, the court picked one. Wumi group picked one. The judge picked one for each of these parties. The judge picked for the judicial system, picked for Baba, picked for Wumi. Now, in all the pickings, 2 is a strikeout. The judge's own, the court's own, the judicial one that represents the people is a strikeout. Wumi's own is a strikeout. Strikeout meaning they cannot do the test. They cannot keep the criminal in custody. The criminal was going to walk away freely and do no time based on the evidence we have now. Now, who initiated the evidence, for me, is highly inconsequential. That I hear is from the lawyers of Baba. And that being true, like you said, it means they are on their toe. It means I'm happy that the man had enough sense to preempt this error and initiated an investigation. Now, Immunizer has published the 3 centers. If you go to that his video, there's some B-rolls that he inserted that shows the address, the name of the one in Ohio and the 2. Now, how do I know that this is fraud? How do I, African TV, support Immunizer or the investigation? Because Alpha Bio in the UK, which is the one selected for Wumi, I know firsthand they don't do tissue-based DNA. And how do I know? If you followed my DNA expert interview of about 3-4 weeks ago, not the recent one, there was a lady, the company the lady works for, all their DNAs are sent to Alpha Bio. And in the initiation of our contract and agreement, I already have first-hand information that that company, that lady's company, the expert that I brought on, they don't do DNA, they don't do tissue-based. confirmed. The new company that I presented 2 days ago, that is in Nigeria, they don't send their testing out. A modern day science lab with real scientists, not talkative scientists. They do DNA in Lagos, in Nigeria. So I know OMOWUMMI side. And I believe the presentation do not do tissue based. So going off PINKIN sample to a non-tissue based center. A, they were not going to send it anywhere. B, they were going to come back with the made up results that would conflict Joseph Aloba's results, because Joseph Aloba said actually does tissue based abroad. So the bob in our head now is why and how could a judge? You said it's a family court and the judge is not a DNA center. Yeah, those are known facts. But regardless of that, the judge has a due diligence duty when given an order to make sure that the order would be carried out, that the order is enforceable and practicable.
TV. Your internet is going in and out.
Yeah, that's where you chose tissue-based DNA and come back with authentic results. The courtroom has a duty to the parties and to the judicial system to receive verifiable, authenticated, well-tested results. So, conclusively, the ball is in the hands of those who are crying out for DNA to make sure that, and which I also heard, that OMOWUMMI, the lawyer of Baba, has actually made out a statement of fact. And I'm encouraging and I'm crying out that he should be in his library perfecting a motion to recuse that judge. There's no excuse for this type of error. You cannot color it. You cannot reshape the error. It is a gross negligent act from the bench that should be dealt with by the law. So I'm saying everybody support OMOWUMMI to do the right thing, to make sure that this judge is out, the welfare person that picked or did whatever role out, and you initiate a clear and transparent process where there will be no fraud or attempt of fraud or attempt of negligence or any error, because there's so much at stake. There is so much at stake in this case. It is not something you say, oh, we made a mistake. Oh, that's what they gave us. They gave it to you. What did you do to protect the integrity of the process? So, having said this, what is our role as the public? The public should cry out, go to the media, and let them know that we fear fraud. We fear foul play in Mohbad's case. We've been saying this, and now we have a clear evidence of it. Let the world know what we have been fearing. This is the only and the best thing that's ever happened to us. Being able to detect fraud fraud before it occurs. Being able to detect error before it happens. We failed in the toxicology twice. And look where it's gotten us. We should not fail in the DNA, because if we succeed in the DNA, a lot of clarity and justice would have been done to Mohbad. Thank you.
Very well said. Aristocrat, did you get the full gist now?
Yeah, I got the full gist. Just like he said, for those who want it, it's an opportunity. Like I said, people should on this, anything that is related to Mohbad at this time and date should be done from a place of experience, not from a place of I don't know. And so, if you are doing from a place of experience, it's like you are sitting an examination for the third time. Don't come and tell me you will fail, because you know that there is a structure of that examination. And over time, you know, and you still have the same lecturer. So you know the lecturer have always said, this is how I mark you. If you don't do this one, this part, this is 10, this is 15, this is 2. Focus on where you will get your mark. But if you decide to be focusing on 2, where you will only get 2, you continue to fail. It means you are doing the same thing over and over again, and you are expecting a different result. So, props to the lawyer that instituted it, but I want him to go on. I want him to go on and to act according as a legal representative. Also, for all the Afeniferis of Joseph Aloba, they should support the lawyer. Support the lawyer in ensuring that, you know, all these things are done. And also, they should be archiving these misnomers of the government as to addendum to evidence that still points to the fact that the system had failed in the totality of Mohbad's case. And that is why we have this quagmire. They failed. If they don't fail, people will not be shouting. And as long as they continue to fail, people will continue not to believe them.
Yes.
We will continue not to trust the system. We will continue not to trust it. So, because at the end of the day, they've turned to ẹni tó bá sọ pé ilẹ̀ ti mọ́ ẹ̀ ọkọ̀ lọ wo window náà ó lè jẹ́ àwòsàn lẹ́wà ẹ̀ ọkọ̀ lọ wo window kẹ́ wò tá bóyá ń sòótọ́, because there is nothing
especially if that Ekaro if it is coming from the place of judges and judiciary, and then the next thing, there was a country that they have got over here. If this is not nip in the bud, there was a country that I was later.
It's not good at all.
Okay, I'm okay. The court is there to protect.
I just hope at every level, Baba's lawyer continue to follow due diligence, continue to act professional, continue to follow standard, and when they follow those standards, if they find anything wrong, they should follow the process and air their view, and always ensure that they stay on the right path. If at the end of all these things, they follow due process, they get the right lab, and they do this thing. If it is positive, we accept. If it is negative, we accept. Why playing hanky-panky when your hands are full, are clean? He who comes for equity comes with clean hands. If you want justice, you should not be coming with Ojoro. You should be open. What are you hiding?
Exactly.
You don't need to, because continuation, their continuity in hiding things is even costing them more. Mama Bright, Mama Skin, they're spending more on nothing.
ayé ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ ń bá ayé jà ó lè win ayé o kò sẹ́ni tó lè win ayé ìwọ tó bá rò pọ̀ sùn wọ́n máa jí ni ìwọ níbo òkú ẹ̀gàn wá jí dìde gbogbo ẹ̀ wá jí dìde wọ́n ní kó wá sọ gbèsè so I just hope these things are resolved. I just hope. And for me, I think it is high time people on J4M face the issues. You know, we should do a lot of issue-based. Face the issues. When you face the issue, you will be able to dissect. You'll be able to see where you are going. And everybody will see clearly who is lying, who is scheming, or who is trying to get the right thing. It will be obvious for all eyes to see. Even the blind, they say, will be able to see it. Because the blind will be able to feel it. Now, I just don't know all this ulabal for. I don't know why all this ulabal. I don't know. Baba baby. Tó bá jẹ́ ni tí ẹ pè ní baba baby, ó kọ́ ní baba baby. Ó yìí ní baba. There is no bastard in the world. Let me
add at this point that, okay, to the Lagos State government, okay, in my little thinking, my message fear Lagos State government, okay, tó bá lọ jáde ní bó ṣe yẹ kó jáde, ṣé ìlú ò ní dàrú mọ́ mi lórí. I understand the fear of the government. Okay? I understand the fear of the government.
Why till you should madam they do
Supreme. You need to understand this case. And you should understand that only do an effect to because let's make a scenario. Let's do a scenario analysis here now. Let's do a scenario analysis here, okay? Now, let's say at the end of the day, it comes out that the child is not Mohbad's child. For example, do you envisage what will happen in Lagos State? Do you envisage what the youth of Lagos State, what will happen in the country, in the Lagos State?
Because one thing I say, and I stand to be corrected.
You understand? Our youth you won't go on back.
Chairman, even if, and this is to everybody, even if Liam is not Mohbad's son, Liam is entitled to something.
Yes.
So, either way, we'll see what she might back.
So this has to be properly
emeritus. Emeritus. No, if you go tara agree. You see, got to if it comes out.
Don't talk like that.
Let me tell you.
Talk like that too.
Wait. Let me tell you, Baba. Let me tell you. Nigeria of today. Toba Jade Wikpe is negative, like you said it is. We only have some opera here and there. It will die of one. Maybe not the youth of Nigeria that we are. What are we talking about? It does not affect anything because in the first place, share government ló fún wọn lóyún ni. Share government ló bímọ fún. Well, so what is anybody tó bá dẹ̀ cause trouble, tó bá disturb people's peace. Ọlọ́pàá máa arrest wọn. But well now, let's leave all those things. But for me, this is what I feel if government should have fear. Which government should not have fear? Because one of the biggest trouble of the Nigerian government is the lack of trust from the citizen. And any responsible government should do everything possible to be regaining those trust, even by atom or by step or by little things. Now, they are walking into election. Everybody is coming with things. What this thing will do is this. Having this kind of hanky-panky, and it is coming out. Those who will use it against the sitting government or the sitting parties, we have enough evidence to be working against them. If they look at it as truth, Ododolonleke, what they should do is, no matter whose all is God, we will come out with the truth. And if they do that, that puts trust on them. It is to the government advantage. And it depends on how they narrate the scene. Ẹni tí ọmọ ẹ jalè, tó dẹ̀ lọ mú ọmọ yẹn, wípé olè ni ẹ́, ó dẹ̀ mú lọ fọlọ́pàá. Àwọn ẹlòmíà sọ pé bàbá burúkú ni ẹ́, bàbá yẹn sọ pé mi ò condone olè. Ọmọ bíbí inú mi ni, mo dẹ̀ ti fún yín, ẹ ṣe nǹkan tó fi sọ. Àwọn kan lè sọ pé nǹkan tó ṣe ò dáa, but when you look at it, ẹ máa fún bàbá yẹn ní respect yẹn. Tí bàbá yẹn tó bá jẹ́ lọ́la, òun gan kingpin olè ni. Ẹ̀yin máa fún ní àwọn ọ̀wọ̀ kan wípé ẹni tó lè fi ọmọ ẹ̀ sílẹ̀, wípé ó jalè, pé kíjọba fìyà jẹ. But ká ní pé bàbá yẹn ó ṣì ìdánmọ́ yẹn, he did everything possible, humanly possible láti ṣì ìdánmọ́ yẹn. Okay, ó ṣì ìdánmọ́ yẹn, ọ̀ṣọ́ ọkọ̀ fọ́mọ yẹn, but àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ ẹ́ kó lè lọ́mọ yẹn. Èébú ẹ̀ ara tiẹ̀ ni, because èébú alábàáhùn. Ara àwọn àtàná ẹ̀ náà ni, ìtàn máa kó lọ ni. But if it comes out, you might criticize, but you will respect. And what does the government need? Government needs the citizen to respect them and to trust them. That when they say they will do this, it will be done without them saying it's another lamba. It should be an advantage to the government. And I'll continue to say, the last IGP failed to do the right thing. I think the next IGP should, whether the result is positive or negative, should come and do all the due diligence and say, these are the procedures, and we have followed this, and this is the result. And let it be. Let posterity judge you. Don't be the one to be giving people the answer to their problem. Let the process show it. Do your investigation. Do whatever you want to do. Tọ́ba ní pé bóyá tẹ lọ gẹ́ẹ̀tì spam ni. Ẹ lọ síbi tó ti gẹ́ẹ̀tì spam yẹn náà. Ẹ lọ ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀. Do everything. Ẹ dẹ̀ sọ pé òun lélẹ̀. We should have a government that is unbiased and that does not have any interest. The interest of the government should be the truth and nothing but the truth. Because that is justice. For me, that is how I see it. But for people to say, oh, negative, go negative, they are afraid of umpires. That should not be their headache. Anybody to buy Jofi, call up arrested. But Eshe Kotoda, tí wele bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ńjọ́ mi, àwọn tó ṣe léyìí tí wọ́n try láti hide or àwọn tí àwọn èèyàn misconstrued. Because at the end of the day, as much as we are thinking that it should be negative, we should also think that if it is positive, so that whatever the answer is, people that can then adjust themselves, that things don't always look, the reality of a substance is not in its revelation, it is in the substance. It is in you going to understand it, interacting with it. Just like in philosophy, there is no certainty. And in the word of form, in metaphysics, what you are calling white, if you go to the word of form, maybe it is called red. You don't know until you interact with it. Because we all entertain fear more than the truth. And what is fear? False evidence appearing real. There are false evidences. But you must do that thing that nobody wants to do to ensure that the real thing comes out. It might be ugly, it might be beautiful. It does not matter. People might not like you. It does not matter. People might like you. It does not matter. What matters is do the right thing. So that when you are not even in that position, if someone else comes and try to probe you, the person will find nothing to probe because you've done the right thing. And you can go and sleep. You can go and sleep. You know, they call government in Illinois. You know, I want to manipulate in Illinois. What is your business? Not be your business. Just let things go. There are evidences that Bojomaso percentage àwọn ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé they are being fathered by wrong father. There are many. We can't get all right. We can't get all right. But those who stood up and say, I want to know the truth, they have the right to know the truth. At the end of the day, if the truth is revealed through the right medium, whether they are wrong to demand for such, they will find that, but let them do it. I
wonder.
Everybody will move on. Everybody will move on. In next 10, 15 years, if anybody sees this boy that is in contention, will anybody even recognize him? You will not. You won't. You don't know, causing a lot now. But let just everybody that is involved, let everybody get their truth and let them rest. God will bless all of us. Thank you very much.
Anyway, you have spoken very well, and I agree with you 100%. 110%, I agree with you. This paper, how are you? Come and talk about the DNA. So, but like I said, my major concern is people that are this way too. They should not be telling people, oh, he's anti-justice. He didn't do this right. He didn't do it right. And he did one side. One side, no one will share. You go and do the other side. That's the angle I was just even coming from. So, but you gentlemen and lady, you have all spoken very well. And I agree with you 100%. So, it is what it is. Nigeria needs to, it go better one day. It go better. I don't know. I don't live there. And I'm never going to live there. So, I really don't care much, but I do care still. Lots of yeah.
Supreme. Mo kàn fẹ́ jẹ́ ká aristocrat. Ó sọ nǹkan kan pé ọmọ tí ò ń ṣe ti bàbá something like that pé yes ó máa ń wáyé ó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀. That's true pé ó máa ń wáyé ó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀. But in the case of Mohbad, mid-law issue there were on the list of suspicion, on the list of reasons. Reason tani ìtorí àlè ni àlè ló pa. Reason tani òun àtìyàwó jà ni. Reason tani àwọn kan náà wà nílé tó ka mọ́lé ńgbà tó dé láti club. So ẹ̀yin Yorùbá náà lè máa sọ pé ìwàkúwà là ń wá nǹkan tó sọ ni. A dẹ̀ máa wà níwàkúwà. Tí science bá ti sọ fún wa pé yes o Mohbad ló lọ́mọ o, àwa kan tá ń doubt àgbọ̀kan wa kúrò ń bẹ̀. Tí science bá dẹ̀ ní kò ń ṣe Mohbad ló lọ́mọ o, àwa tún torchlight, ṣé torchlight mẹ́ta là ń lò sí, a máa ra 10, 11, a máa rà á sí pé ó yá.
Payment received in OPay.
Ṣé rí OPay ó máa ń tú àṣírí yàn. Èmi láì bí Dondiriano sọ pé mi ò lówó pé tálíkà ni mi, OPay mi ju pé kí OPay máa jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé bí mo yín sọ̀rọ̀ mo tún gbowó. Anyhow, thank God. So as I was saying, Sha.
So if it's negative, me okay, I'm fine to Lomo. Me already fẹ́ to Lomo. All I know is Koshomo Mohbad, period. And to Lomo
Supreme, tí wo bá kí ẹ, let me tell you my interest in this. Tí ó bá come out pé Mohbad kọ́ ló lọ́mọ, èmi ṣe máa wọ another jacket of different. No, hold on. Baba Mohbad ti lóun máa sọ. Bóyá kò fi sọ̀rọ̀ ni o, bóyá ó mọ̀ o, àdénú ẹ̀. So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ nígbà tí result bá ti jáde. Òun gan lọ́kàn máa já ẹ lẹ́jọ́, lọ́kàn mi mọ́ àlórí láì. Ṣẹ́rí bàbá Mohbad gan lè má dúró dé yìí. tó bá ti rí result ó lè come out pé yes kó nàka sí ẹni tó ní sọ́kàn pé òun ni. Then àwa táwa ń gbé torchlight dání àwa tanná sẹ́ni ẹ pé ó yájá orí fùrù ẹ̀ ò báwo ló yẹ jẹ́ kí ló mọ̀ ọ́. So àwọn tó ń blame ẹ̀ pé ó sọ ipá lè ló pọ̀ mọ́ ẹ̀ lè blame ẹ̀ má ṣe sùúrù. Ó lè má lè sọ̀rọ̀ torí kò lè evidence. Àwọn nǹkan wà tá a mọ̀ pé yes ó ṣẹlẹ̀ lójú wa. But evidence tá a máa fi support ẹ̀. So àwọn tó ń believe ọ̀rọ̀ wa náà máa believe wa pé máa yìí kò ń purọ́ tó bá sọ pé báyìí ni. Ẹ̀tọ́ yín kan wà tó yẹ pé bá tẹ̀ fẹ́ evidence wọ̀nyí gan ẹ máa wádìí evidence pé ibo ló ti wá báà lẹ ṣe ní irọ́lẹ̀ ń pa ẹlẹ́lọ́ tó gèjé ní. So èmi ò lè blame ẹ̀tọ́ ìsọpá lè lò pọ̀ mọ́. Ó dẹ̀ lè mọ reason tó ṣe tí ìfẹ́ fún yín lórúkọ àlè tó ṣe yẹ pé ó ń béèrè DNA so that tí DNA bá tú fúru adìyẹ tó bá sọ̀rọ̀ á ní evidence pé ṣèbí science dey prove pé Mohbad kọ́ ló lọ mọ́. Then ẹni yẹn tóun bá tọ́ka sí pé a máa wá wọ ẹni yẹn kóun náà kó wá submit DNA tiẹ̀ kó prove pé òun kọ́ lòun lọ mọ́. Bàbá Mohbad máa fún yín lórúkọ tó bá yẹ pé ó mọ̀yàn lóòótọ́ bí ó dẹ̀ mọ̀yàn bí ó kàn fi sọ pẹ̀lú tara ni. So back to what I was saying. The fact remains pé Nigeria is number 2 in paternity fraud ní gbogbo ayé. How many countries do we have? Láyé. Ṣe number 2 in the richest country. Ṣe number 2 in the best agricultural country. Ṣe number 2 in the oil producing. Àwa ṣe number 2 in paternity fraud. Science.
But religion, number 1 in religion now.
Ṣé number 1 ní wá religion? Ibo ló bá a dé? Ìlú tẹ́tí ní number 1 ní religion. Ibi tẹ́tí ní number 1 ní religion. Ìlú yẹn lẹ́tí ní number 2 nínú ṣìnà. No, Supreme, look at that inference. You are number 1 in religion. Religion teaches you pé ẹ má ṣe ṣìnà ìyàwó ilé, ẹ má ṣe ṣìnà ẹ̀yin ọmọge. So religion yóò bu oko yín kò bu òbó yín. But number 1 ni ó wá jẹ́ pé ìlú yín ni number 2 in paternity fraud. Nínú àgbèrè. So nǹkan táwa kan ta fẹ́ ṣe ni pé number 2 tẹ jẹ́ yẹn ẹ máa reduce sí number bóyá 78. Aristocrat can tell me how many countries we have in the world. You know, out of 192 or 100 and something countries of the world, number 2.
Over 200 countries in the world.
Kilo we.
I think over 200 countries in the world.
And you are number 2 in the Shino. So you say something is very wrong.
I try. Number 2 in the 194. Are you sure?
Okay, wọ́n sọ pé 194 inú 194 ẹ wá jẹ́ number 2 nu àwọn ògbóǹta olè aburobri anini fraud ṣìnà. We go change that story. We go change that. Ẹ máa padà sí number bóyá káàtẹ̀ máa target pé ká fi Nàìjíríà sí number 50 nínú ṣìnà. Number 2 in bad things. Tọ́ba pé 419 sìn ẹ máa tún mú number 1 or number 2. 419. So my brother aristocrat, some of us, our interest is to change that negative result of Nigeria being number 2. And the case of Mohbad bordering around the possibility of DNA paternity fraud is a very good cause to champion the change of this narrative. The case of Mohbad has that element of possible paternity fraud. If we prove it that Liam belongs to Mohbad, that would energize some people that, you see, it's good. She was an honest, virtuous woman. And all the royalties and the benefits of a child will go to that boy without any fear or doubt. When the boy grows up and is enjoying the father's work, nobody can say to him, you are enjoying fraudulent wealth. Nobody can say to him, you don't deserve what you are enjoying. And the boy himself will be proud that, wow, there were so many challenges, but my father was my father. My mom is a virtuous woman. Look at the good side. People should look at the good side for the boy and even for Wunmi herself. Àwọn ọmọge wọn lè jáde pé òbò mi tight, òbò mi safe, òbò mi secure. Anybody ò lè wọ̀ ẹ tún máa gbé wa ṣakọ. Tó bá pé Wunmi lulẹ̀, tí Wunmi bá lulẹ̀, gbogbo ẹ máa lọ ṣàtúnṣe o, ẹ máa repackage. Àwa dẹ̀ máa bá House of Assembly sọ̀rọ̀ pé ẹ pass law fún tó fún ọmọ lórúkọ ẹjọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí DNA certificate kó kọ́kọ́ balẹ̀ sọ́wọ́ ọmọ yẹn. Kẹ́ tó máa fún lórúkọ John Doe, John Smith, Maria Joe. Ẹ jẹ́ kí DNA certificate kó balẹ̀. Ìjà táwọn ń jà nìyẹn. We're fighting for our nation. I don't care about Mohbad to some extent, but Mohbad is a figure that can change the narrative. Mohbad can change the behavior and the way we see things in Nigeria. Alaba, shut up! Glory. Okay, that's another German Shepherd. So the point is this. Emma commonize this issue. If you don't know, don't talk about it. And when people that know, when they're talking about it, the best thing you can do is listen and learn. Listen and learn. The day we went to do the documentary of the tissue-based DNA center in Nigeria, 3 results from one woman were wrong. 3 results, 3 babies belonging to one man were not his own. So don't pretend that this thing has no national or global interest. Mohbad can give you this bill, this law, that every man would know that this baby belongs to them before they start doing naming ceremony, before they start sending baby to school, before they start buying Tylenol, paracetamol, running to hospital and incurring bills for university. Do you not know of the case of Femi Kuti? Do you not know of the case of Snoop Dogg? Do you not know the stories coming out from Oriyomi Hamzat?
Oh yeah.
What a woman cannot do does not exist. What a woman cannot do does not exist. And Nigeria is number 2 in this area. Paternity fraud. That doctor told me, go and watch my video, my profile. The doctor said 6 out of 10 children in Nigeria, 6 out of 10 children in Nigeria are fraud. 6. So more than half of Nigerian population are fraud. More than half. How many million are we in Nigeria? Those who know statistically. Let's say, how many of us?
200 million.
200 million. So 200 million, 100 and something million. 100 million point 500 or so. Those who are good in mathematics. Nigerian children, family, 100 million plus are growing up raised by the wrong father. So please, guys, join the movement to correct our society. America, as bad as they are, with all their gangster, a mini blood, a mini creep, a mini mafia, a mini Don Coleno, they cannot compete with you in this crime. American women with all their booty shaking on music video, nightclub, ice taking, banging in the car, banging on the rooftop. They don't compare to Nigeria, where we are number one in religion, in paternity fraud. I grew up in America. I partook in all of these shenanigans and reckless lifestyle. To find out that Nigeria is worse than America is shocking. America, I'm a la pio no moto. I'm a la pio no cinema. I'm a la pio ni every corner. Kó wá jẹ́ pé pẹ̀lú gbogbo yẹn, ẹ̀yin ìyáálé, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń wọ hijab, ẹ̀yin ìyàwó pastor, ẹ wá worst ju gbogbo yẹn lọ. Come on, guys. This is a clear and present danger for our nation. Join the fight to the National Assembly to pass a bill that every child must have a DNA certificate. And for all you Donderianos, me, I don't have any legitimate child. So all your false narratives don't change what we are fighting for. Because I saw one of your Donderiano posts that somebody did the DNA, kinikon, and it's not kinikon. If I tell the number of children I have, you will fall off your chair. If I tell you that all of them are legitimate, you will have a heart attack. But we're not talking about me. Like they say, don't kill the messenger. I'm just a messenger fighting for the right thing. That's all I'm doing. So ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe DNA Wunmi to protect the integrity of the legacy of Mohbad. Ká ṣe DNA OMOWUMMI to protect the legacy and the integrity of Mohbad. And wherever it falls, it falls. But there should be no fraud. There should be no scamming. There should be no manipulation. And there should be no delay. 3 years. By tomorrow, God's grace. I did a DNA test. What was it on Friday? We did the shooting, the documentary. The result is already out. It's just for me to access the app and print the results by tomorrow. And I'll bring it live, broadcast. Why am I doing this? To let you know that your country, Nigeria, is under-marketed. Your country has the best technology in DNA genetics testing. There's so many testing, even the clinical autopsy that they scammed you guys could have been done at this lab. I met with real life scientists doing their job, on their job, in Nigeria. I'm not talking talk, chat scientists though. Scientists that contribute to the society. Scientists that can add salt and sugar and tell you what you will get. And if you know, tell me, when you add salt and sugar together, what do you get? Now that's an assignment for the talk scientists.
Hi, Chessman, I cite you. God bless you. Happy New Year, Chessman.
Talonki.
Chessman.
Oh, Chessman.
Yeah.
That's ages, man.
I know.
Ages. I want to bet more to go again.
Chessman, he said.
So I think I've said enough today, Supreme. Take us home. Let people understand what they have to do, why we're doing this, and this evidence that we have confirms all your fear, all your doubt about the Mago in Mohbad case. I know none of us have been able to hold any real evidence. They've given us a CCTV, MTV, video, MMM, Kujasin Kokon. But this one, I beg Ogumbe, don't drop the ball. Don't drop the ball. Maxwell team, don't drop the ball. Clear and present danger. Evidence of Mago in Mohbad's case. Life is real. Kọ́lọ́n kọ́ gbogbo yín ṣe o, a wà lẹ́yìn yín o.
Àbí.
Wọ́n fífà ṣé ìṣepọ̀ ti jí gbé mọ́ mi lọ́wọ́.
Níbo náà ti fẹ́? That's what I'm thinking.
Gbogbo ọmọ tákàrà bá kó sínú epo ló máa ń kó jáde olórí ẹbí kò sí kankan tó máa jábọ́ nu gbogbo wa lẹ́yìn yín.
Àṣẹ. Àmì ò.
Mi ò lè afford láti lose ẹnì kankan nu yín láéláyé. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́.
Àṣẹ.
Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́.
Àṣẹ́gun.
Jẹ́ nǹkan kan fún wọn. You know I have the best voice. Looks like we made it. Look how far we come, my baby. Mother took a long way. Shomoni yẹn. Hold on, my God. They say we never make it. But you got us going strong. Still the one. You're still the one I run to. The only one I come to.
Ìyàwó kékeré, ó máa fọṣọ ni, ó máa pọn mi, ó máa dáná ni, àgbàlagbì làwọn àgbàlagbì. African TV, on a more serious note, I thought you were going to be the one to say you have my camera down. King White, low. King White. King White is the most $800. Come the arrest.
Supreme. I'm a happily married man. Me, we should camera nothing with nobody.
Ọmọ àlè làwọn ẹlòmíì.
No camera. Àfi tó bá fẹ́ lẹ ṣe Photoshop, irú ìtì Dondiriano máa ń ṣe. Ibẹ̀ ló máa ti rí camera mi. But real life, camera down, I get am plenty for house. I no dey hungry for video.
That's so far away. That was so far away. We should cancel Iyabo Ojo's new movie. Mobile's money was used. Wunmi acted in it. Má worry. Jasmine, what can I say? How can I respond to that? The law will catch up. The law will catch up. Then perfect will find. Oh. The law will catch up with them, I think. Inshallah. Ẹni bá ṣe rere kó múra sí rere, ẹni bá ṣe kà kó múra sí kà, àti rere àti kà ìkan kì í gbé, àbí?
Sorry, Demi Ogwe. Chloe.
I was reading a comment. Chessman said we should cancel Iyabo Ojo's new movie. Mobile's money was used. Wunmi acted in it.
Gbogbo yẹn ṣẹ́rí gbogbo ti Iyabo Ojo yẹn ẹ fi yẹn lẹ̀ ẹ jẹ́ ká tábà ti lè get DNA result tá dẹ̀ ti lè focus on the criminal part of what happened to Mohbad. Ti Iyabo Ojo yẹn ariwo ọjà ni time yẹn ti expire. Ó ti expire. Tẹ́ bá fẹ́ máa gbé yẹn jáde, you'll be dragging us back. You know, the best evidence J4M has just been published. Focus on how to use it well. How to use it well in the courtroom and in the media that they are hijacking, infiltrating, and manipulating. Use it well. Ohun tó mú wọn tó fi lè lọ gbé gèjè centers jáde. That tells you a lot. It means people have actually been underground manipulating this whole thing. See, imagine people find out. Imagine they did not find out that these centers don't do tissue based. These guys would have given you a result like your toxicology. Do you not know? I was in the courtroom the day the toxicologist came and said all over the world, only 2% do you get inconclusive. Coincidentally, Mohbad Wajasi, that's 2% all over the world. Coincidentally, not be juju be that. Muna focus. Everything has become clearer to us. I don't care about her movie. Don't even bring. The more you talk about those things, the more you promote them. People now start wondering, what's your movie? Then they'll go and watch it. They'll come and start discussing it. You're giving radiance to good garbage. Concentrate on this DNA factor. Concentrate on arresting anybody, including police officers, that may have compromised in Mohbad case. Àwọn kangaroo police tó kàn lò tó fi derail àwọn tó ń wá justice. Ẹ follow kangaroo police yẹn àtàwọn tó rán wọn ẹ deal pẹ̀lú wọn legally. This Mohbad case is just the platform, the background of the criminality in Nigeria. When you have money, when you think you have little change, or you know somebody, your brother is a DPO, you know the senator, you know the chairman, you can break the law. That is how Nigeria rolls. And it is up to you, J4M, to change that narrative. Change the narrative about your country. Change the system. Make it a better one. You're running, you're stuck abroad, but everything you enjoy in abroad was built by another race, by another people. And if all of us would run and leave Nigeria, what would happen? I bet you what would happen is this. Those white people will come here, develop it, own it, make it their own, like they're doing in South Africa. And I think recently in, which country is that? Is it Tanzania? Where they build areas and they say whites only. Let all of us just get a visa and disappear. You will see how good your country is. Because the white people that you think are better, they would come here, transform it, and you'll be begging for visa to come back. For your own country. After they've built everything that you think.
Everybody, I thank you very much. Chessman, it was good seeing you. Rich man, I mean, no, not rich man. Richie. 007, yeah, nice seeing you. Dollar K, nice seeing you. Hey, everybody, Ken Davidson.
Oh yeah, good night. Good night. God bless you. Thank you for having me. Thank you. One love always.
Yeah. Love you all. Thank you. God bless you, everybody. Thank you very much. God bless you. Bye-bye, everyone. Love you. See you next time, Chessman.
Canta tu. No, io non canto, neanche io. Una cosa finita, dai. Vabbè. Senza secondo fine,
Tranquilli.
La canzone del momento. Devo venire ad Ardea, sai dove è Ardea? Io sto a 3 metri da Ardea. I mio padre, allora aspetta un attimo. Fermati, Maurizio. Mio nonno, questo qua. Guarda, mio nonno, questo è mio nonno, lo vedi?
Sì.
Allora, c'è un libro di Ardea che dice: se non passi o ponte d'Ardia e ancora non t'hanno menato, Sischesso è morto e Matteotti è malato. Matteotti era mio nonno. Erano detti una volta: noi siamo una famiglia storica di Ardea. Quando vieni mi scrivi in privato.
Va bene, questa qui mia nipote ha affittato una casa lì ad Ardea, nella zona, come si chiama quella zona lì?
Nuova Florida, Nuova California, Tor San Lorenzo.
Non mi ricordo come si chiama,
Ardea.
come i negozi no, ma non mi ricordo come si chiama. Consorzio.
Sì.
Consorzio, lì ha affittato una casa.
Sta a Tor San Lorenzo sulla sinistra, quando arrivi da cosa c'è il consorzio con centro commerciale, c'è il caffè e tutto quanto, ho capito. E di fronte dall'altra parte ci sono le case. Ho capito, mi conosco bene la zona.
Adesso deve aprire un'attività, lei e una sua collega, una sua amica, collega, non so, un'attività di cani, nel senso addestramento cani, pensione per cani, queste cose qua.
È scesa Marianna.
Sì, sarà caduta di nuovo, lei ogni tanto piglia e cade perché si ubriaca, allora cade. Che c'è? Oh, che c'è? Perché ho parlato di cani? Dai, tu non sei un cane. Mica sei un cane, ti sei offeso che ho parlato di cane?
Falla risalire, come si chiama? Miriam.
Che Miriam? No.
La canzone, mannaggia.
Marianna, ma lei sente, ascolta. Basta. Non mi andare a fare la doccia, ho capito.
Taranto ci stavano le cozze buone.
Le cozze? No, sai che non le vado a comprare veramente, non so come sono. Che mese siamo adesso? Marzo? No. A marzo non sono buone le cozze. Ma aprile a maggio sono buone. Dicono. Tu cosa fai a Roma?
Io ho avuto un ristorante e adesso sono in pensione, ho 60 anni.
Hai 60 anni?
Ho pintato tutto, sto bene, ringraziando Dio.
Sì, stai bene, certo. Se c'hai un'entrata che ti frega.
Ciao Antonino!
No, era ora che te ne andavi di qua. Mamma mia. Questo pantalone da lavare. Vabbè. Un attimo che mi ha chiamato qua. Vabbè, senti, io esco un attimo, ci vediamo dopo, dai.
Ciao.
voting at FYP again. If people who want to stay in the FYP, they can stay. I don't have any village people. They can stay. They look, they enjoy their eyes, you know. That's okay. It's cool. Nah, don't worry. I don't give. You know, when he gives attention to these people, you know. No, I don't have time. In fact, I don't have time for that. I have things that I'm focused on. I'm just waiting for that idiot to come. Then I go away. You know. In this life, God, you don't need to worry about people. You don't need to think about what people think about you, or whether they like you or they hate you. You don't need to think. Just do what you do. Don't hate on anyone. Let them hate on you, but you don't. And also be yourself always. It's very important also. Voila, day. Not to go. In the apple, no. Ciao Stefano, io non sono capo, tu sei il mio capo, sono poverino. Io sono poverino, non sono capo. Io non sono capo, anche a me stesso non sono capo, sono poverino.